Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? Alrighty. I can breathe easier, folks. The first piece of information that I'm reading in the chat line is that Liz the Legend is doing the quiz from Drenthe, so there's no chance of her surprising us at the front door. Her and Doors will be extremely happy. Electric Sheep Minion, great to see you, buddy. Minion Jesse, Mother's Day indeed. Oh no, Liz's mother-in-law might show up. Well, you never know. You never know. Let's get a little bit of music in the background for me, and then I'm going to. I think I have to sing you a little song. It's what we agreed. Jodie's dad, he's only pretending. He's not really in Burnham-on-Sea. We all know. We know he's somewhere saving Britain. Folks, if you would like Irish Question Mark to come along and do a show for you, for your family, for your business, for the people you work for or the people you work with, you know by now how it is. It's very easy to contact me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com. And if you do that, then I'll get in touch with you straight away. Thank you very much, Electric Sheep Minion, for mentioning that Jodie's dad, our resident secret agent, probably was out in Jersey sorting out the French nation. Okay, I'm hoping that we don't have any people joining us tonight from France that might get offended by that. Good evening, Jan the Man. Our official FIFA referee has joined us tonight, so we know that everything will be in order. Alrighty, folks, please remember that while you're doing the quiz show tonight, send any photographs of you or your team or your family members playing the quiz show, and we'll put it into next week's show. Bit of a cough tonight, which is a bit of a concern when you have to talk for the next 2 hours, or near enough 2 hours. Okay, folks, so quarantine quiz show number 57 with only 1 week off, Christmas night. Absolutely fantastic. Great to see our regulars in to the chat room via twitch.tv/Irish Question Mark. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to share tonight's show live on your own Facebook page. That would be absolutely wonderful. Electric Sheep Minion, vodka is good for the throat. Vodka might be good for the average person's throat, but it ain't no good for my throat. Okay, folks, so let me see. What song am I going to sing tonight? Let me put a light on so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, the song I'm going to sing tonight, I'm going to sing for... Basically, it's for anybody that's left Ireland. I mean, obviously... our biggest export outside of Guinness and whiskey is people, unfortunately, myself being one of them. But I'm going to do this little song, especially for Kieran, a guy I used to work with in O'Casey's, in Casey's Irish pub in The Hague, when it first opened up. He now runs a pub in Linz in Germany, I do believe. So Kieran, if you're on yet, this one's for you, buddy. We're part of Ireland's finest export. This one's called Spancel Hill. Last night as I lay dreaming of pleasant days gone by, when my mind was bent on rambling to Ireland I did fly. I stepped on board a vision and I followed with the will, till next I came to anchor at the cross near Spansel Hill. Delighted by the novelty, enchanted with the scene, wherein my early boyhood often I had been. I thought I heard a murmur, and I think I hear it still. It's the little stream of water that flows down Spansel Hill. It been on the 23rd of June, the day before the fair, where Ireland's sons and daughters in crowds assembled there. The young, the old, the brave and the bold, they came for sport and kill. There was jovial conversations at the cross near Spansel Hill. I went to see my neighbour to hear what they might say. The old ones were all dead and gone, the others turning grey. I met with Taylor Quigley, he's as bold as ever still. Sure, he used to mend my bridges when I lived in Spansel Hill. I paid a flying visit to my first and only love. She's as white as any lily and gentle as a dove. She threw her arms around me, saying, Johnny, I love you still. Oh, it's Meg, the farmer's daughter, the pride of Spansel Hill. I dreamt and I stooped and I kissed her, as in the days of old. She said, Johnny, you're only joking, like many's a time before. While the cock it crew in the morning, and it grew both loud and shrill, I awoke in California, many miles from Spansel Hill. I awoke in California, many miles from Spansel Hill. Alrighty, that's my singing done for the evening. We've only got her indoors and whoever our star is going to be tonight during our halftime entertainment. Well, what can I tell you? I'm a little bit disappointed with the number of people that have actually stood up, volunteered to do our little halftime karaoke session. I mean, basically, throughout the whole show, Arto, our Finnish comedian, our FNC, our Finnish comedian, has been doing week after week after week, fresh material, one-liners. What can I tell you? So I'm still waiting on some people to get on board and to do the halftime entertainment. Nice to see her indoors supporting me 100% with my live singing by staying out in the garden until I finish singing the song. Well, what can I tell you? I have finished. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support and entertainment. Thank you.
I'm in now.
All right.
It's cold in the garden.
Okay, folks. So show 57. All you need to do is get yourself a pen and paper. That's basically all you need to do. Pour yourself a drink, chill out a little bit, and maybe you can WhatsApp your family. You can say to them, "Hey, why don't you join me tonight we're going to do a quiz show with Irish question mark, and we're going to have a little bit of a laugh for the next few hours. That is my plan. I'm not too sure what your plans are, but we'll get started in about 4 minutes' time. The top of the hour. Okay. Thank you very much, her indoors. She's an absolute legend. Yes, folks, type George into the chat. Control your excitement. Her indoors is already shaking her head with her hand in front of the eyes. But her indoors, how long ago did I spin the wheel? 15 minutes ago, I spun the wheel, and it worked. So type George. Hopefully, let me have a little look to see if any names are going into the draw. Yes, indeed, 14 names so far. Gordy and Suze, what about you? Was 35, Baroness of Burnham, Minion Jesse. Streamlabs. Okay, hello Streamlabs. Yes, her indoors, you're also in there. Minion Rachel has just joined as well. Absolutely wonderful. So, folks, I hope you're ready for tonight's show. Her indoors has been practicing blowing the whistle all week. Her indoors, you want to do a little run? You're the man. She nearly swallowed it. Okay. Control your excitement. She nearly... Hello, it's a family show. She started, ladies and gentlemen. Blow don't suck. You heard it first. Her indoors. The responsible one out of the two of us, apparently. So you know how it's going to work tonight, folks. Basically, we're going to do the quiz, and throughout the whole quiz show, we will do 4 bonus questions. You'll see a little thing coming up on the screen saying bonus question. Basically, the first person to type the answer into the chat, they will get their name added to the spin the wheel, which we will spin at the end of the show as a bonus. So we give away 2 mystery prizes tonight. Holy Moses! Is Norma in her pajamas with a glass of chilled wine? Nice to see you joining us, Norma. No one else missed you, but I missed you intently. Good evening, Captain Beer. Now, folks, listening to a little bit of music in the background, which hopefully you can't hear. Her indoors. Can you hear the music in the background? Can you hear me? Oh, Baroness of Burnham. That's the quizzer formerly known as Mom, the Maid of Meriden. She's behaving herself tonight because Nan has joined us again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Nan. How you doing? Hiya, Nan. Do you remember Nan? We seen photographs of Nan, and that was 6 months ago. Alrighty, Chelsea Linz is now following. That is Kieran, a guy I used to work with down. He's living down. He has his own pub down in Germany, in Linz, in Germany. Great to have you on board, Kieran. Used to work with me in O'Casey's when it first opened. Austria, not Germany. I told you Linz wasn't in Germany. Her indoors. Kieran, great for you to join us tonight, my friend. If you're just in, you just missed me singing. Probably the worst part of the show. But I did dedicate the song for you so you can watch it on replay on the Irish Question Mark YouTube channel. Folks, you know where to find me. On Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and of course here on twitch.tv. Let's get started, folks. It is 9 o'clock. Anyone that is watching the show on Facebook, I would advise you to come and join us on twitch.tv/Irish question mark. Because then you can join the chat just like Pete did in Dublin, Damar 1980 did in The Hague, Kieran did in Linz in Austria, Dutch referee, Electric Sheep Minion is at it already. I heard Austria described as Germany light. Behave yourself now. Okay, folks, let's get started. This is the Irish question mark quarantine quiz show number. Her indoors. What number show is it? 57. She can count, folks. May I be the first to say happy birthday, Frank. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, it's Frank's birthday. Frank's in the room. Her indoors. Wish happy birthday. Wish Frank a happy birthday, will you?
Happy birthday!
There we go. So, we are going to begin right now, not shortly. All you need is a pen and a piece of paper, a little bit of a happy attitude, and pour yourself a drink. By all means, feel free to have a drink. I was just going to take a mouthful of my coffee, but her indoors has a coffee for herself, but none for me. Yes, indeed. That is my two oldest grandkids saying, get it started. Thank you very much, Sophie, and thank you very much, Senna. And I hope to see you over the weekend. Okay, folks, here we go. Round one, general knowledge. Your first question. Which TV comedy is set around scientists based at the California Institute of Technology? Which TV comedy is set around scientists based at the California Institute of Technology? Don't forget, just write down your answers on your own piece of paper. Don't put them in the chat because other people are playing along. Question number 2. Good evening, Arto, our FNC, our Finnish comedian, is with us tonight. Get your material ready for halftime. Question number 2. What is measured on the Scoville scale? What is measured on the Scoville scale? That is question number 2. Question number 3. It's a Tom Jones song, so ladies and gentlemen, you know when you hear the answers, her indoors will be doing her finest Tom Jones impersonation.
Could you at least give me some warning?
No. Warning spoils the element of surprise. I just couldn't take any more is a line from which Tom Jones hit. Do not start singing it, her indoors. You'll spoil when the answers are coming out, you'll spoil it for everybody else. I just couldn't take any more is a line from which Tom Jones hit. Gordy up in Aberdeen wants to know, will she be throwing her drawers? If she's throwing her drawers at me, man, I'll be throwing them freaking right back at her. Number 4. Who played Tango in the 1989 movie Tango and Cash? Who played Tango in the 1989 movie Tango and Cash? You see the two main stars in the little video clip. So if you're not sure, toss a coin and hope that you guess the correct answer. Electric Sheep Minion has already thrown the knickers at the wall. Have they stuck or any news or out the window? Welcome, Uncle Tony. Question number 5 is: are Jan the Man our official virtual referee? Where's my you're supposed to do all the preparation. Where is my cards? Unbelievable. You know, I'm just going to do the whole thing myself. Honestly, it just breaks my heart. Okay, folks, the show's just started. Her indoors. You've got your first yellow card. Question number 5. In Grand Prix racing, what colour flag signifies slow down, danger ahead? Her doors do not encourage electric sheep minion. He basically, I really think he's locked in a padded cell for the whole week, and he only gets out for 2 hours on a Friday night for good behaviour. Question number 6. In which century did the dodo become extinct? How's your coffee? How indoors? Yeah, nice. Okay, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm liking
What?
I'm liking
So, question number 6. In which century did the dodo become extinct? Claire O'Brien.
Yeah.
Claire O'Brien probably can't log in because she can't remember her login details. Send her a little message back saying, we're on live. Sign into a different account. Or I don't know. Why don't you sort it out? You're supposed to be the head of technical advice. Question number 7. If you are into online gaming, you will use AFK from time to time. What does AFK or AFK stand for? If you're into online gaming, you will use AFK from time to time. What does AFK stand for? Always thinking about your stomach, yeah? Question number 8. Multiple guess, folks. So one of these is correct. How tall in centimeters is an Oscar statuette? Her indoors. How tall is your Oscar statuette that you won? Her indoors does the math. How tall in centimeters is an Oscar statuette? Is it 30 centimeters, 34 centimeters, or 38 centimeters? Question number 9. Nice, easy one. So put this one in. So a little sheep minion should possibly get 1 correct. Everest is the highest peak in which mountain range? What are you showing me there, her indoors? Could you show me it again, please? Thank you very much. Jay Van Hastricht, thank you for your donation to the virtual tip jar, which is now open. I forgot to mention. Forgetting to mention what is next is also a thing I do regularly, but it is, ladies and gentlemen, our first anagram of the evening, and the anagram is going to be worth 5 points. So I would advise you to take a little picture with it on your telephone so you can work on it over the next 15-20 minutes. It's so easy, it's embarrassing. It's the anagram dance, folks. Yes, indeed. And look who it is. It's Val, Frank's better half, doing a little bit of an anagram dance for the Irish Question Mark Show. Thank you very much, Val. Glad that she's fully clothed because she is our naked netball player, of course, but we're yet to see any pictures. Claire is saying, I can see and hear you, but I can't text. Oh my God. Okay, well, she's on Twitch. Are you watching on Facebook? Good. Well, her indoors. If you're watching on Facebook, then that means that you cannot join the chat room. You need to come across to the twitch.tv. Erotica Human Bras is an anagram of which country and its capital city? Erotic Human Bras is an anagram of which country and its capital city? Obviously, it's a 2-word answer. I haven't time to talk to Claire and type and do the show, but I'll talk to her this way. How's your boyfriend, Claire? The clever one. Moving swiftly along. Holy Moses. It is the bonus question time.
I'll pay attention.
Her indoors, you cannot enter the bonus. It's just not fair.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you have the answer. You have the answer. No. Okay, we have decided. Her and Doors and I had a little discussion before the show started. Basically, she made the decision on our behalf. But if anyone that wins the bonus question time, basically what we'll do is you can only win one per evening. So it means that we will have 4 different people winning and going on the spin the wheel. That hopefully will work. Anyway, it's fingers at the type. Her and Doors only catch line. Fingers at the type. But the Sheep Minion said St. Helier. Baroness of Burnham said 57. That is incorrect. Okay, folks, the first question. The first bonus question. It's not Luxembourg. It's not yes, Liz. It's not 42 because Ardo reckons that's the answer to everything. I wonder what program he watched. It is a music trivia question, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to tell me how long in minutes and seconds do you think the following song is? Now the person that is the closest to it, Her and Doors will let me know who that is, and I will announce it when you've all added your scores. Holy Moses, Pat the Beard's gone in with 4:52. Liz has gone in with 7 minutes 11 seconds. I wonder what 2 songs they were thinking of. The song is Bohemian Rhapsody. How long was the Queen single, the original single that was released, Bohemian Rhapsody? Alrighty, folks, just you keep adding in the scores when we get one pretty close. I can tell you that if we were doing hot and cold, there's a lot of you that are extremely cold. But then again, I'm used to that doing live shows in front of you. If you're watching it on Facebook, like Claire O'Brien is somewhere in Ireland, not listening, is she on Twitch? I don't believe her. If you want to be entered into the draw, you need to type George into the chat. I would say the best thing for you to do, Claire, would be to log out and log back in again. That normally works for us. Uncle Tony got timed out there. What did he get timed out for? For typing in 4 numbers. Sorry about that, Uncle Tony.
Okay, we've got somebody. 1 second there. Oh no, we've got somebody that's looked it up. Pete.
No.
He's 1 second away.
Nobody says you can't look it up. I didn't say you couldn't look it up. Did I say nobody use? If someone has looked it up, Norma either has a very close guess or else she's looked it up too. Okay, folks, the correct answer that I have, and it's too late for you to look it up, is 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Well done, Minion Jesse, but you're too late.
It's Pete, 5:56.
The closest was Pete from Dublin, 5:56. He was the first in before I said Pete was 1 second out. Okay, so write down Pete, 5678. That's Pete in Dublin. He is winner number 1 on the Wheel of Fortune. Alrighty, folks. Okay. I'm just going to put in the links for the virtual tip jar into the chat. And I'm going to move on swiftly to the next round. Well done, Pete in Dublin. He feels like a winner. He doesn't often get them right, although he's pretty good at the dingbats, but not at much else. So he says, yeah. I actually think he researches the dingbats every week. Okay, so Claire O'Brien, any update? Did you log out and log back in? That's what we think you should do. Okay, move along. Folks, it's double points time. This one is so easy that I'm feeling pretty good. I think Her and Doors should get 4 out of 10 correct in this round. This is the album picture round, the album covers. So 20 points up for grabs, 10 points for the artists, and 10 points for the name of the album. Okay, you'll get to see them twice, so do not panic when I'm going through them. Number 1, very iconic album. Give us the name of the band and then the name of the album. Yes, the name of the band first and then the name of the album. 2 points up for grabs.
2 points.
Yeah, 2 points up for grabs. Her indoors, we normally ask 10 questions. There's a single point per question unless it's a DINGBAT anagram. The picture round is always a double point. I mean, sorry folks, I've got to explain this to you. It is only show number 57. I'm glad the rest of you are a bit more switched on. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2. Remember, 1 point for the artist and 1 point for the name of the album.
Oh, no, I know that one.
Number 3. 1 point for the artist and 1 point for the name of the album.
I've got 3 here.
Number 4. Thank you very much to Liz the Legend for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much indeed. Up in Drenthe they are. Did you hear?
Yeah.
We can be relaxed. There's no chance of her appearing. But then she threw her wobbly and said maybe the mother-in-law might arrive. Yeah. The mother-in-law is minding the house. They done a house swap. Number 5. Name the artist and the name of the album. Okay, on some of these albums, it's pretty obvious because there is a picture of the band on them. Number 6. I think, Norma, you should be getting Fred in to help you with these album covers. He was dancing the ballrooms when some of these songs came out. Number 7. Number 8. With a girl like you. Ba 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 ba. Frank says he doesn't know any of them. I don't believe a word that you are saying, Frank. I know it's your birthday, but come on. Remember, we want the artist first and then the name of the album. Here is number 10. I bet you Frank knows number 10. That's for sure. I reckon Frank knows number 10. Minion Jesse said Frank knows them all. I absolutely agree. I think Frank's trying to play one of his little fly ones. Okay, so that is your 10 album covers. Like we always do, we're going to let you see them one more time. Remember, there is 10 points up for grabs for the artists and 10 points for the name of the album. So this is number 1. Thank you very much, Jay Terharmsel, for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Number 2. Frank says they're all from before his time, even though he has a birthday all the time. But that's because you're special, Frank. Number 2. What you need to do, Frank, is listen to Val. Yeah, listen to Val. This is number 3. Name the artist for 1 point and the title for 1 point. Rachel Minion, thank you very much for your donation to the virtual tip jar. This is number 4. Her indoors. Any sign of that coffee? That is there a chance of me getting a cup of coffee? That's all I like. Oh, you're nearly finished yours, so obviously there's a strong possibility that I might get one now. Number 5. Name the artist and the name of the album. Claire is currently typing to me, but I can't read it at the moment. I have to wait until her indoors comes back. Number 6. Come on, Frank. Number 7. Number 8. I put number 8 and number 10 in, especially for you, Frank. Number 9. It's no surprise that you got the band for number 4. They were sitting in a helicopter smiling at you. And number 10. Sorry, folks, but I truly believe that Frank and Val have this record and play it regularly. Okay, folks, so that is your double points round. If you are struggling like Frank and Val, well, what can I tell you? You better concentrate more on the questions. Okay, if you would like to be one of the prize winners in our draw, then you need to type George into the chat and you can win one of our limited edition Irish ? Prizes. We done coffee mugs with little spoons in the handles. We done Irish ? Face masks, Irish ? Tricolour face masks. And now we are on to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are on to the Irish ? Mystery Prize. Now, the mystery prize, only the people that you see in these pictures actually have received their mystery prize. Nice to see Uncle Tony there holding on to his box, his mystery prize. We have, yesterday I had Captain Beer arriving at the front door to pick up his mystery prize because, he just didn't trust anyone to pick it up for him. All you got to do is type George into the chat. Gordy's saying that he ate his last week. I hope you enjoyed it, Gordy. That's all I got to say. Did Susie help put it in your mouth by any chance? That sounds a little bit rude. Liz said she's got some left over. Okay, folks, also on the Spin the Wheel tonight, if you are local, you will have the choice for asking for one of the mystery prizes or some of Irish ? homemade soda farls. Here we go, folks. Claire and Liam are now following us in the chat, and that means that they have actually joined us in the chat room. And Amanda, lovely to see you. Okay, folks, let's move on to round 3. So remember, if you see the bonus question, the first person to type in the answer will get added to the Spin the Wheel at the end of the show. Question number 1, round 3. What is the most westerly country in Europe? What is the most westerly country in Europe? Question number 2. Who is the Roman god of war? Who is the Roman god of war? Damar 1980 and Claire and Liam, please write your answers down. Do not type it in the chat. Damar 1980, I accept your full apologies. Claire and Liam thought that things had changed. Sober up, Claire. That's what Gordy's telling you. Alrighty. Well, let's move swiftly along. Question number 3. In what country are almost half of the world's pigs kept? In what country are almost half of the world's pigs kept? Thank you very much, Damar 1980. Yes, folks, anyone that wasn't here last week, we had our first in 56 shows. We had a first last week. We had our first online proposal, and luckily enough, congratulations, Peter. He got a yes. Rachel was like the man from Del Monte. He say yeah. Thank you very much, Heron Doors. Lots of chat going on there. You missed it. A couple of answers went into the chat by mistake. You were, of course, not here to remove it before it went live, but we got automatic apologies. Straight on. I don't want to talk about it. It was nothing to do with Electric Sheep Minion. Leave him alone. Question number 4. What relation are Richard and David Attenborough? Minion Jesse has timed out Damar 1980 for 10 seconds because, folks, Minion Jesse is now a moderator, so behave yourselves. Yes, indeed. So, question number 4. What relation are Richard and David Attenborough? Question number 5. 2 points up for grabs, folks. Why are you blowing a whistle? It isn't a Jan the Man question. Did I say Jan the Man? It's not always question number 5. You've got to start. Listen, Heron Doors. It's show number 57. You could be replaced. I know it's what you're aiming for. Question number 5. What were the 2 sides in World War II known as? 2 points up for grabs.
It's not a Jan the Man question.
There just doesn't happen to be a Jan the Man question in this round. It's okay. Frank's giving everybody a good clue, saying the good guys and the bad guys, but that depends sort of which side you're shooting from. No, that's not the correct answer, Frank, but I like the way you're thinking. Question number 6. Which turkey can gobble? A male turkey or a female turkey? Us or them? No, that's not the answer I'm looking for. Number 6, I have to be honest with you, I was thinking about Liz the Legend when I put this one in. Which turkey can gobble? A male turkey or a female turkey? Yeah, baby. You got it, Jody. The turkey has improved, juicing itself up for the answers. Number 7. Oops. What is the fastest flying insect in the world? What is the fastest flying insect in the world? I bet you when you were watching this show tonight, you thought to yourself, I never ever thought I'd see ladybirds in action. What can I tell you? It's a family show. Question number 8. What is the name for the sun's outermost atmosphere? What is the name for the sun's outermost atmosphere? Remember, folks, if you're still with us in the chat in twitch.tv, then join the chat and have a little bit of banter. Dublin Pete saying people from Cork sound like turkeys. People from Cork, they sing when they talk. Okay, a little bit quickly, but that's the way it is. Here we go, number 9. This is one especially for Arto. In Pinocchio, what are all the bad boys on Pleasure Island changed unto? Claire and Liam, maybe I was better offline. Well, listen, it's lovely for you both to join us. But Claire, remember the last time you were here? Basically, when the answers were called out, Liam was a legend. Liam got so many correct. But unfortunately, you had written down the answer you thought was correct. So, whatever Liam says, I would say goes. And number 10. It's DINGBAT time! Yes, indeed, folks. DINGBAT time. DINGBATs are worth 5 points. The anagrams, the DINGBAT questions are worth 5 points. And any Blues Brothers questions also worth 5 points, if you happen to see one. Norma is stating Cork is the people's capital. The Freedom County. Liam loves you. Why, I love you too, Liam. Thank you very much. It's great to be loved. So I would advise you to take a little picture of this DINGBAT so you can work on it. It's worth 5 points. So is the anagrams and any Blues Brothers questions tonight. Okay, so that is our first 3 rounds. The Hague is the political elite's capital. Downdorp is the people's capital. Okay. If you would like to enter the quiz tonight, all you got to do is type George and hang around till the end of the show. And you could win one of the Irish question marks mystery prizes. The most sought after prize on the interweb currently. The virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much to anyone that's sent in a little donation or a little tip so far. Thank you very much indeed. I've just put some links into the chat. Cork is the rebel county indeed. I called it the Freedom County. I was wrong, but freedom, rebels, what can I tell you?
What's it called though? Cork, isn't it? Like
God's County. God's County. No, we're not going to say where that is. That's got nothing to do. Cork City is not the knife capital of Ireland. We don't have are you talking about England? We don't have any crime in Ireland. Moving swiftly along. You can find me on Facebook, on YouTube, where you can see previous shows, Instagram, and of course here on twitch.tv. It's very easy. We're halfway through the quiz. You can join at any stage. It's only for a bit of fun. Just a pen and a paper and a little beverage is really all you need. Here are your answers to the first 3 rounds. Gordy says that every time he sees, he always thinks, he sees the young offenders, he always thinks of Cork. Yeah, absolutely. Young offenders, if you haven't seen it, folks, check it out on YouTube or on, is it on the Channel 4, what do you call the More 4 channels, if you're based in Britain or Ireland. Okay, so 1 point for each correct answer. Yes, Dublin, Pete, I know it's Limerick City, but I didn't want to mention it.
Oh, that's nice, City. Thank you. I knew there was one. I'm up to date now.
Listen, you will never be welcome in Limerick if you're going to start calling it Stab City. Yeah? Everyone, yeah, everyone else in Ireland calls it Stab City, but the people in Limerick don't. Question number 1. Which TV comedy is set around scientists based at the California Institute of Technology? 1 point for The Big Bang Theory. BBC iPlayer, Gordy. Yes, indeed. You can also watch The Young Offenders on that. Always has to put the British angle in, doesn't he? I mean, I thought he was Scottish. Jesse and Micah, thank you for your kind donation. Where are we now? Number 2. What is measured on the Scoville scale? The correct answer is heat of a chili pepper. Electric Sheep Minion, there was a young man from Limerick who was unfamiliar with the humorous poems named after his hometown. I think he means Limericks. Question number 3. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. At tremendous expense, we have our first live singing of Her Indoors. I Just Couldn't Take Any More is a line from which Tom Jones hit? She's been out in the kitchen warming up her vocal cords, folks. I could hear her. It is Delilah. 1 point. Wait, take it away, Her Indoors.
Why, Delilah? Da, 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 da. Why, Delilah?
Just people. Is that it? Okay, well done, Her Indoors. 1 point for Delilah. Gordy said, why indeed. I like the way you're thinking, Gordy. Pat the Beard said he can't take it anymore. Question number 4. Who played Tango in the 1989 movie Tango and Cash? 1 point for Sylvester Stallone. Did Claire or Liam win the battle between Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone? That's what I'm curious about. Number 5 is our Jan the Man question. No need to blow the whistle. In Grand Prix racing, what colour flag signifies slow down, danger ahead? It is yellow. I'm yellow carding you. VJ Avery, thank you for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Number 6. In which century did the dodo become extinct? The correct answer for 1 point, the 17th. Thank you very much, Electric Sheep Minion, saying that I really like go push it out to support you when you're singing. I actually stay in the room when you're singing. I don't have much choice, if the truth be known. Yeah.
You can leave next time.
Number 7, if you're into online gaming, you'll use AFK. It is away from keyboard. Pat the Beard saying the dodo is extinct thanks to the Dutch. And Gordy saying it was meant to be damn tasty, apparently. What did you Scottish people do? Deep fat fry it. Number 8. How tall in centimetres was an Oscar statuette? The correct answer for 1 point, 34 centimetres. Question number 9. Question number 9. Everest is the highest peak in which mountain range? The correct answer, of course, is the Himalayas. Number 10. Look who it is, folks. Yeah, baby, it's Liz the Legend doing her anagram dance. Erotica Human Bras is an anagram for which country and its capital city? It's a pity Raluca wasn't here because she would tell you it is Romania, Bucharest. Give yourself 5 points if you guessed that correct. Thank you very much, Gordy and Susie, for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you indeed. Double points up for grabs for this one, folks. 1 point for the artist and 1 point for the name of the album. This one, number 1, is Nirvana for 1 point. and the album was called Nevermind. Number 2. Very classic, iconic album. Released on Virgin Records, I do believe. The first ever record or album released on Virgin Records. Mike Oldfield for 1 point, and Tubular Bells is the correct answer for the second point. Number 3. This is Oasis for 1 point, and Be Here Now for the second point. Number 4. This is the one that Frank guessed correct. It is ABBA, and it is in fact called Arrival. But they're in a helicopter. That was the clue. They're arriving. Do you remember this, Aaron Doors? Did you buy this LP when it first came out? I bet you did. Number 5.
I didn't like ABBA then.
The correct answer is Stereophonics. And Word Gets Around is the correct answer.
One of my favourite bands.
If Junior was only here to help me. Number 6. Well, it's pretty easy if you recognise Chrissie Hynde. It is The Pretenders, and the name of the album was Pretenders.
Forgot that one.
Did you get that one, Aaron Doors? Okay. Number 7. It is Madness. One Step Beyond. 2 points up for grabs if you guessed that one correct. Number 8. Any of our Dutchies get this one? This is in fact Golden Earring from The Hague, Den Haag, Mooie Stad Achter de Duinen, and the album was called Radar Love, one of the most successful singers of all time. Minion Jesse said, yes, it is a great album, and apparently I can't remember titles. Frank said, what? Yes, indeed, Frank. It's not called Crazy. You're crazy. Next time, listen to Val. I mean, if her Doors played Naked Netball, I'd be listening to her a lot more often. Number 9, it is Dire Straits. And the album was called Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms. I love the way Frank is selling Val out here. Oh, she didn't know. You didn't know either, Frank. And number 10. Who is this? This is, ladies and gentlemen, the best of James Last. And it was called Dutch Collection. So James Last, he was a conductor, the orchestra. So the artist is James Last. And the track was called, or the album was called The Best of James Last, Dutch Collection. I don't know whether anyone got that. Hold on. Jodie's just went, woo! Oh, I thought she was going, woo! Look him up. Very famous Dutchman. Minion Jesse, I am concerned about you and your music quality. It's the most recognized of the batch. Claire and Liam says, if anyone got that last one right, they need to get a life. All right, Frank, 3 out of 20. Oh, Jodie said, no, who on earth is that? James Last, check him out. He's absolutely fantastic, way before his time. Her Doors, what are you trying to show me? Yeah, sometime tonight. Norma, thank you very much for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Round 3, here are your questions and answers. Number 1, if anyone didn't get this correct, then you need to shout at Damar 1980 and Claren Lame. It is Iceland for 1 point. Dublin Pete saying, was James Last Dutch or German? I do believe it. What do you mean? Does it matter? If someone asked me, was I English or Irish, it would freaking matter to me, I can tell you. I do believe he's Dutch. Number 2. Who is the Roman god of war? For 1 point, Mars is the correct answer. Remember, 1 point for each correct answer, unless I tell you differently. Minion Jesse's just checked it out in the interweb, and he said he was born in Germany, but he was imported to the Netherlands, and when he got successful, the Dutch hung on to him. A bit like, what do you call the Formula One driver? What do you call him? Not meaning to cause any hassle or...
The Belgian.
Yeah, the Belgian Dutchman. What's his name? Herndorf, you're the one that's supposed to know all these things when I ask you these random questions. Don't be looking up James. Nobody's interested in James Last. In what country are almost half of the world's pigs kept? It is China, of course. Liz is saying that he died in the US, but that was probably due to tax reasons. Minion Jesse, Nico Huckenberg is not who we're talking about. Number 4. What relation are Richard and David Attenborough? They are, of course, brothers. Yes, Verstappen is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Maxi Boy.
Maxi Boy.
The Dutchman.
The Dutch Belgian.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly along before all our Dutch friends leave us. Question number 5. 2 points up for grabs. What were the two sides in World War II known as? Not us and them. Not the good guys and the bad guys. They were, in fact, the Allies and the Axis. Now, I didn't know that. It was the Allies and the Axis. I knew it was the Allies, only from watching movies. Captain Beer, thank you for your donation to the virtual tip jar tonight. Dublin Pete saying, a bit like Barry McGuigan in the Brit. Yeah, a bit like his dad singing Danny Boy. Alrighty, number 6. Here we go, especially for Liz the Legend, because she loves this little video. And Jody also. Slap it, baby. Which turkey can gobble? A male turkey or a female turkey hen? The correct answer is a male turkey, because they gobble a lot better than their other half. Holy smoke, it is. You're not making it any easier for me. It's a bonus question time. Okay, Herndorf, get with it. Here we go. Get your glasses on. Okay, folks. Fingers. What's your tagline for this? Fingers on the keyboards. If you're watching this, isn't that what you say? If you're watching this on Twitch.tv, you can enter this. Ignore everybody just randomly typing in different answers, because we will only go after I ask the question. Caravaggio, Iceland, India, Frank's home office. No. Okay, here we go. It is not Harare, but a nice try. It's not. Okay, here we go, folks. The answer is going to be a number. Okay, so listen very carefully. Jan the man, the answer is not mirror. And I'll freaking mirror you when I get my hands on you. Okay, here we go. What percentage of the internet's websites are of a sexual nature? What percentage of the internet's websites are of a sexual nature? So Herndorf is going to keep an eye on the air fryer's wrong, Uncle Tony. She will keep an eye. Do not shout it out now. Do not shout it out. But as soon as I see the correct answer coming up, I'll know someone's looked it up, and then that's when we'll. Okay, Herndorf, you can tell me when you want. 69 is. I wish it was, but I like the way you're thinking, Uncle Tony. Okay, we're going to move swiftly along, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Give me a countdown from 10, Herndorf. Give me a countdown from 5, quickly.
5, 4,
bit quicker.
3, 2, 1.
Boom. Answers closed. Answers stop. Pat the Beard's the last answer. Okay. The correct answer is 60%, ladies and gentlemen, and the closest person to it was our very own Pat the Beard with 63. Well done. Dublin Pete, we know what sort of internet you are watching. He said 95%. I rest my case. Freaking unbelievable. You can dress him up in Dublin and you can take him nowhere. Everywhere you take him, it's to apologise. Okay, number 7. What is the fastest flying insect in the world? It is the dragonfly for 1 point. Ardo is saying, I think I was also correct. Scroll back here indoors and double check.
No, it was 100%, depending on what you're into. Also.
100% depending on what you're into. No, Ardo, technically you might have been right, but in reality, you're probably right. Number 8. What is the name of the sun's outermost atmosphere? Don't tell anybody. It's called corona. I mean, once you mention corona, people start panicking, sneezing, coughing into their arms, elbow shaking. Yeah, honestly, you don't want to mention corona. It freaks everyone out. Number 9. In Pinocchio. Here we go, Ardo. Time to get one right. What are all the bad boys on Pleasure Island changed into? I mean, it doesn't really sound like a family show, does it? What are all the bad boys on Pleasure Island turned into? They're turned into asses, better known as donkeys. They're not turned into strippers, Frank. Keep your thoughts clean. Number 9. Number 10. Number 10 is worth 5 points. This is one of our DINGBAT times. What do you see? Well, you see the word moment. You see a symbol in there. That is the symbol for a meal. The 4-word answer for 5 points. Man of the moment. Every time we do one of these dingbats and I call the answers out, I always think, I wonder did Pete in Dublin get that one right? Okay, let's move swiftly along. Send any photographs of yourself, your team, or your family members playing the quiz show. Email them to me so then I can find them. irish@gmail.com. irish@gmail.com. No one is ever forced to play naked netball. They're advised to, maybe. You know, we like to promote a decent family sport. Here's some news, folks. Look at this. Uncle Tony in the Midlands in Birmingham was absolutely surprised and shocked when his mystery prize arrived from Irish ? Nice to see you, Uncle Tony, and I'm glad that it eventually got there and you didn't have too much hassle with the customs. Number 2, Captain Beer was so happy with his mystery prize too, he didn't trust the postman to deliver it in one piece. So he came to IQ's house, Irish ? house yesterday to get it himself. Junior brought it out to him. Her indoors was hiding in the garden, and I was stuck in a meeting. Jesse Minion sent me a little picture. He loved the Irish ? homemade Ulster soda farls. Yes, folks, you can choose from the Spin the Wheel. If you're local, you can choose and come and pick up some Irish homemade Irish Ulster soda farls. Jesse loved his. What can I tell you? After seeing this photograph, I was extremely upset. In fact, I nearly got emotional. So maybe just try some butter on it next time. Then again, it is minion food. Folks, what can I tell you? I only had one anagram in the show this week, so I got a bit emotional thinking, well, I'm not going to be able to wish Frank a happy birthday. So I was scratching and I thought to myself, maybe I should get someone else to wish Frank a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr.
Frank.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday, Frank. It is wonderful to have you with us every week. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. Folks, it is half time. We are going to take a break. And I am getting quieter because you need to turn the volume of your computer up, folks, because
Or off.
I'm indoors.
Oh,
What do you mean turn it off? We have our halftime entertainment next, folks. But when I got this video, it was very low. The volume was quite low. Now I don't know whether she done it on purpose or not, but I have to tell you, folks, tonight's star on the Zoom screen, going for track number 2. You are the best. It is Liz the Legend, folks.
woo!
Or should I say, Liz Joplin.
Oh, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
I think she looks like Janis Joplin in this.
Won't you buy me a color TV? Dialing $4 is trying to find me. I wait for delivery each day until 3. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? I'm counting on you, Lord. Please don't let me down. Prove that you love me, and by the next round, oh Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? Hey Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? It is Liz the Legend.
Woo!
Thank you very much, Liz. And for Liz sending in her videos, yes, indeed, her indoors. Liz is marvellous. Liz, when you return from Drenthe, send me a little message. Let me know, and I'm going to cook you a load of Irish soda bread, the soda farls that you can have for your breakfast for the family. You can also have for your lunch when you're sitting in front of the computer and pretending you're at work. Okay, thank you very much. I'm a bit concerned. I think Frank's just caught the clap. Yes, folks, our limited edition winners, you are seeing pictures of the regulars who have won the prizes. What can I tell you? Will you be next to win the mystery prize? The Irish question mark mystery prize is only these lucky people have actually won the prize so far. Hasn't went too far yet. We've got a few in The Hague. We've got Big Gordy up in Aberdeen. We have Jodie's dad, our resident secret agent in Burnham-on-Sea. We also have Rotterdam. Yes, went in the post today. Yes, indeed, to Erin Irish. Uncle Tony got his in the Midlands. Who am I missing out here? Mum. Bob got hers down in Burnham as well. Liz said that the bad audio wasn't intentional, but it was an improvement on the clear audio. Oh, man. Absolutely superb. Her indoors is, listen folks, her indoors is threatening to do one. So please, save us. Save us. Yeah. Because to be honest with you, if her indoors gets in front of that karaoke machine and does a song, she's going to make Liz really sound like Janis Joplin. Yeah, what can I tell you? Okay, the virtual tip jar is open. At this stage, I would like to ask Arto, our F&C, our Finnish comedian, if you'd like to pop in and do a couple of one-liners. The little links for the virtual tip jar is in the chat. Thank you for anyone that has sent a donation in so far. Arto, I'm calling you. Are you there? It feels like a Eurovision Song Contest. Finland. We're calling Finland. Are you there, Finland? Ardo said, why don't crabs give to charity? I don't know, Ardo. Why don't crabs give to charity? Finland 0 points. I think he's shellfish. They're shellfish. Because they're selfish. Oh, fantastic. Well done, Ardo. Frank, that's about the only question that Frank's going to get right tonight. Ardo, have you got another one line for us there, buddy? How do you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? I don't know, Ardo, our FNC, our Finnish comedian. How do you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? Would you like to share it with us? You will see one later and one in a while. Did you get that, Houndoors? Yeah. See you later, alligator. Do, 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 in a wild crocodile. Fantastic, Ardo. Have you any more, Ardo? Or are you going to leave us to go and do some air frying? Talking about air frying, haven't had any recent pictures from Norma, our official air frying queen that won the Irish question mark air fryer? Uncle Tony's saying no more. I'm loving it. Ardo, any more? Just a one-liner. Well, at this stage, it's about enough. Go on. I got hit in the head with a can of Diet Coke today. Don't worry. I'm not hurt. It was a soft drink. Thank you very much indeed, Ardo, our resident Finnish comedian. Our FNC, we like to call him, our Finnish comedian. Everybody, give Ardo a round of applause. Absolutely superb, Ardo. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers. Alrighty, folks. We're going to move swiftly along. If you fancy Irish question mark doing a team building event, then now's the time. Send me an email and we can organize something for you. Boom! Ardo has dropped the mic. Electric Sheep Minion said if the Silver Surfer and Iron Man teamed up, they'd be alloys. Jan the Man, what is the favourite recipe from the cookbook so far, Norma? Well, we don't know. We're going to wait on Norma to join us next week and to send us in a little photograph of something that she has cooked from our air frying expert, Ardo, the most sought after recipe book on the interweb. Folks, you know where to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram or Twitch. All you got to do is do a search for Irish question mark on any of these platforms and you'll find our page. Special mention to Christopher in Armagh, who will be watching the show either live tonight or he'll be watching it tomorrow on YouTube, which is technically today because he'll be watching it thinking he's live. Anyway, Christopher, I'll give you a phone call yesterday if you're watching it tomorrow, or after the show if you're watching it tonight. It's all too confusing. Anyway, moving swiftly along, I'd like to thank Gary Butt for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Gary Butt, do you know who Gary Butt is here indoors?
No, tell me.
I'll tell you, Gary Butt is... I used to think that Gary Butt was Gary from Dublin. In fact, I thought Gary Butt was Pete from Dublin at one stage. But Gary Butt isn't. Gary Butt is actually in Ipswich. And he used to go to the Sherlock Holmes in The Hague. And he used to do the quiz. Yeah, that Gary Butt. You're not Irish Gary Butt. No, that's a totally different Gary Butt. Okay, folks, moving swiftly along. Question number 1. There we go. We have a commitment from Norma. to cook something from the recipe book and to send us a photograph in for next week's show. Wonderful, Norma. The Volga is the longest river on what continent? That is your first question. I know. Question number 2. What unit of measurement is 1,000th of a gram? What unit of measurement is 1,000th of a gram? Don't. A small one. That's not the answer we were looking for. A small measurement, no. Don't think about it too much, or indoors you'll get a headache. Number 3. True or false? At this stage, Claire and Liam, I don't want you to start arguing. Just get a coin. Toss a coin in the air. Is it true or is it false? On every continent, there is a city named Rome. On every continent, there is a city named Rome. Is that correct or is it false? Question number 4. Which car company uses the tagline, "The ultimate driving machine"? Which car company uses the tagline, "The ultimate driving machine"? Question number 5. It's a Jan the Man question. You're still on a yellow. Which of these is not a real sport? A. Foot golf. B. Hand rounders. Or C. Chess boxing. Which of these 3 is not a real sport? A. Foot golf. B. Hand rounders. Or C. Chess boxing. Naked netball. Don't spoil it. Naked netball is a real sport, and we're just still waiting on pictures of Val and her naked netball team. Every week, Frank lets us down, and it's his birthday. Moving swiftly along to number 6. It's times like this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone that is sexually gender neutral, that if you had a doctor in your team, it would be a great time to call upon him. What is the tube that carries food into the stomach called? I like the way Little Sheep Minion is thinking. Maybe a naked karaoke performance with the whole netball team. Now that's a video I'd even pay to see. Oh yeah, Jan the Man's got his own private nurse, you see. Yeah. Jan the Man's got his own private nurse. Times like this, he is extremely grateful. Then again, if he had a heart attack, he'd be even more grateful. Thank you very much, Amanda, for your donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much indeed. I like this question number 7, which probably means that you won't. On October the 11th, 1999, the world population hit a milestone of how many? On October the 11th, 1999,